Warning, Sab Nino in real life has Tourette's syndrome, which means he makes uncontrollable noises which makes it hard to speak for him. If this sounds like something that annoys you, we understand. Luckily in most videos we cut them out. Hope you enjoy the video regardless.
Hello random person, Sab Nino here. I'm here with Johnny again.
Hey.
Yeah.
Johnny from Let's Fail Gaming. Figured it wouldn't quite be Let's Fail Gaming if my very first video isn't actually a gaming video.
Yeah, we're posting this on both of our channels, so.
Yep.
I actually haven't seen any of Johnny's videos since he hadn't really uploaded anything, so it's kind of ironic how this is like his first video, but yeah, this is like the first podcast
here.
This is like the first pod commentary second one, the first one in like a year. We took a year hiatus because we didn't have anything interesting outside of Gami and Marshy apparently, or like we didn't know, you know, we didn't know about the news of It's a Wonderful Sponge. We didn't hear the news of the Sonic movie and Smexy Legs. Nope, we're just waiting for the one thing that is probably gonna limit my demographic on YouTube, and that is the recent Steven bomb. So yeah.
Alright. Yep. Waiting on the Steven bomb. Been waiting on Broly for me, quite honestly. I want to see that legendary Super Saiyan. I was too young for the first movie.
Oh yeah, that's right. You were waiting for like a Dragon Ball film.
Yep.
Don't feel bad. I actually haven't. When I was 5 years old, I wasn't able to see the SpongeBob SquarePants movie in theaters, and when I was like 15, I actually saw Sponge Out of Water, and I was like, yeah, that makes up for that.
You know, that reminds me we need to do this again whenever we go ahead and review the SpongeBob trilogy.
Oh yeah, I can't wait for Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson to show up in It's a Wonderful Sponge, since there's apparently like,
Wait,
I don't know, that's kind of a,
The Rock is going to be in it?
I honestly hope not. That's something I joke about, considering It's a Wonderful Sponge is like you know, it's an origin story, it's an Into Wonderful Life parody, but it's also on the surface, which from the surface, no pun intended, kind of makes it sound completely cluttered. But considering Sponge Out of Water was a cluttered mess, but ends up to work pretty well, I don't know. So I often joke about it, saying they're gonna shoehorn the surface, and Burger Beer teams up with John Cena, and it's up to Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson to... Actually, you can just watch my It's a Wonderful Sponge title reaction. I pretty much held that entire joke there. Okay.
All right.
Let's stay on track. This is the
This has
Steven
gotten
bomb,
off track.
not an entire rant on the SpongeBob soon-to-be trilogy.
All right, so intro
to be
out the
fair,
way
though-
and future prospects.
Okay,
Together alone and escapism.
first off, well, first is familiar.
Oh, familiar, right?
Well, you know, there's Legs from Homeworld, but we've
Even
already
goes to space. When has he not done that?
2 out of 10. Steven Universe is going on for too long. They're already rehashing plots. Stop while you're ahead. You don't want to become the next Simpsons. But anyway,
No, don't become the
Also,
next Simpsons. Become the next Pokemon. I challenge you. Rebecca.
Also, major spoilers for those who haven't seen Steven Universe, which is probably a lot of people on my fan base, because on Discord I actually posted a video on like familiar, and I'll get to that. I'll get to that when we talk about it. And everyone on Discord was so confused on what the hell that was because they'd never seen the show.
Oh.
And due to that, they pretty much deem it the worst thing on my channel because they don't know what it is. Okay, anyway, familiar.
People.
The episode after Steven goes to space on Pink Diamond's thick, sexy legs. Not as thick as Sonic. Not as thick as Sonic in the live-action movie, but pretty damn close. And we get to see White Diamond in her glory. Just T-posing. Quarter-way T-posing. And then they see Bubbles, and then, familiar, the trial starts. The ball, whatever.
To be honest, on the T-pose, it's like, I'm all powerful.
Pretty much. But, anyway, I've been rambling long enough. What did you think of Familiar?
As far as Familiar is concerned, I think it was a pretty good, song episode. Something that a lot of series have.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a while since I've watched it.
Same. I literally watched just about every episode, like, once or twice, sometimes 3 times if I watch, season... Most of my episodes are season 1 because my mom, before her passing, I was trying to introduce her to the series. Well, since she passed away, she wasn't able to watch all of it. And, I got my friend Jasmine into, I think she stopped at, season 5. She's a little far behind right now, but, yeah, those are really the only times I've really rewatched it, because, episodes are just coming out constantly. But anyway.
Familiar, I also remember kind of gave me the feeling of what it was like after I had moved from where I'd once lived before as a kid. It reminded me of what it felt like going back to that place after I'd left it for about a year.
Were you like singing a Cinderella-ish song? Were you just going like, familiar? Why is this so familiar? Were you just...
This is so familiar yet so distant. Why do I remember some things but not others? That was pretty much what was going on in my head when I revisited my old childhood stomping grounds.
Yeah. Well, the first thing I found kind of interesting is how how it starts off in a familiar type of setting, how it kind of gives off a lot of Rose Room sort of vibes, with being oh wait, maybe, okay, me and Pink have similarities now. I have a room, and I have I can pretty much make whatever I want, kind of. It's a little limiting since pebbles.
Oh yeah, the pebbles.
Yeah.
Post your favorite pebbles in the comments.
my favorite pebble is Pebble 6. Pebble 6. He's best boy. He's the one with the smexy face in the phone. who snuck into Steven's back pocket and just takes this weird smug face.
The one who stole the phone.
Yes. I'm gonna be honest. I don't really like the pebbles, but I don't really hate them either. I feel like maybe it's because I haven't really been introduced to them enough yet. So I'm gonna give them time. They have potential, but another thing that I found kind of interesting is how like there's like faces in the wall, like
Oh
which
yeah,
is kind of odd.
the
Like considering
architecture is
like
alive.
which kind of makes me think like like, how like the gems are able to like form they usually take on human forms, but it kind of raises the question did Pink bring those walls to life? Did she did are there like gems that are like architecture? Like were they born to be architecture? Or are they just shapeshift to be architecture until they like get corrupted and then they just replace another thing? It's utterly confusing. But I'm sure we'll get answers later on, hopefully.
Little shout
Season
out to the
finale.
roundtable here, but I believe that I think Ostrog Vox's theory on it was actually kind of good.
I actually haven't seen that one.
I believe they use like some of the sweat and other things that come off the diamonds to kind of make the architecture and everything.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. Pretty plausible theory. I keep forgetting like the whole like hot tub scene. Like I was kind of utterly confused on like why the diamonds are doing this. Like why is like I picked the wrong day to do this. My Tourette's are just acting up really bad. But anyway, why did Pink Diamond it just utterly sweat, just supersonic sweating, just and like why does Blue Diamond have a pull? Like
Mm-hmm.
However, they do bring up cool environments though, and
Mm-hmm.
did I mention Pink Lasaga? Do you remember Pink Lasaga?
Pink lasagna.
Yes.
Call me pink lasagna.
Yeah, just like, oh no, please call me Steven. Pink Steven. No, just Steven. Call me Lasagna. Like, I wonder if either Rebecca Sugar or someone in the Crooniverse were just watching some Garfilth memes on that day. And was just, you know what?
They very likely
I don't know. You know what? I don't know the context of this yet, but there's gotta be a lasagna joke in this saga. There's gotta be a lasagna joke somewhere in this special, even if it's just a gag. Like, imagine if all this was true and he was
Red
like
shows up.
thinking of this like, that guy was just thinking of this weird story arc of like how lasagnas take over Homeworld. Season finale, folks.
Here's my thought.
Yeah.
Here's my thought on it. Maybe Greg, Bismuth, and the rest of the crew show up on Homeworld. Greg is like, "Hey kids, I bet you're hungry. Here's some lasagna."
And then the series just ends.
Yep.
But anyway,
I'm also a bit of a Trekkie. I could also see for the finale another thing coming out like, hey, here's the big threat. Here's the diamonds. I'm using Trekkie analogies here. Here's the Borg. They're the biggest threat known to the entire galaxy. Oh, here's the Borg's enemy. Someone even more horrible. Here comes someone else that the diamonds must team up to fight against.
Wait, there's diamonds of the diamonds. There's like, you know how like the diamonds are like the authorities of the gems? What if there was like a diamonds that are authority of the diamonds? And it's like a diamond authority. Or, I don't know, emerald authority. Something stronger than diamond.
I could see that, but then again,
I don't know.
Then
maybe
again, in
mountain.
nature, what exactly is stronger than diamond?
Good point. I don't know. Maybe Sneeple. Fucking Sneeple. Ronaldo was on it all along. He already predicted the Diamond Authority. He predicted Sneeple too. Ronaldo is like the canon spoilers of universe of the Steven universe. But anyway, we're kind of going on a tangent, but like
Indeed.
but in Familiar, not much really happens.
True.
It's mostly just the characters. Steven talking to the Diamond, which I don't really mind it. It's sometimes just cool to have the characters just interact, and we haven't really we still need to learn quite a bit about the Diamond still, which I think this arc and stuff could really help with. And when we were watching it, I noticed this one line where like Yellow Diamond's like what? Since this Pink Diamond's like has the only colony who fails, he's automatically like the one who gets the most attention. Then Steven's like, well, how about you fail? And another thing I know is how Pink not Pink is Steven. God damn it. Anyway, Blue Diamond. I haven't noticed this in any other episode, but this is the first time I notice how she has an accent, which is kind of interesting. Like, we all know the gems have accents. Garnet kind of has like a, sort of a British, like, so, that's something that kind of intrigued me, and like, I also find it interesting how like, how they still don't really know it's Steven.
Yep. Sorry about that. Gotta charge my phone here.
Hey, it's fine. That's why I'm using my laptop. I need to get a new charger. But, oh, so, have you noticed how, like, in the Familiar song, for some reason, one of the pebbles was just in between Steven's butt cheeks for some reason?
Oh my.
Wow.
I can hear George Takei right now saying, "Oh my."
Top 10 episodes of cartoons that shouldn't be for kids. Number 10, Familiar. The rest of the episode is kid friendly. It's only the one scene where a pebble is in between Steven's ass.
As Anakin says, sand, it gets everywhere.
And also, Steven mentions dictators. Steven says the word dictators. Though, in all seriousness, that's not really that surprising, Steven Universe is a pretty complex show. It handles a lot of adult themes, which I love. Like, it's definitely one of the best modern cartoons, I say. Though, have you noticed how, the song itself is very, especially the end, kind of Cinderella-ish?
A little bit, yeah.
We
he's
have
pretty
like
much
tiny
prepping for a
creature,
ball.
and they're like, so yeah, even the ball.
He's prepping for a ball, but he has no ugly stepsisters.
What if the diamonds were the ugly stepsisters, and the White Diamond was just the evil stepmother, and the crystal gems were the bippity boppity boos, and Steven Universe and Cinderella confirmed, guys. That's gonna be Era 3. That's gonna be Era 3. Steven Universe is Cinderella now, and Connie will be Prince Charming. Princess Charming. Wait, no, Prince Charming. Yeah,
Princess
since-
Beautiful.
Yeah, I can. Yeah, I can see Connie being like an actual Prince Charming, considering Steven's pretty feminine. Connie's pretty masculine. It's kind of a cool role reversal. I like.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely like that dynamic, especially since I kind of relate to it. I really relate to Steven as a character. We're all about love. We're all about just we have I have a lot of gal friends who are a lot more masculine than I am, and I'm into a lot of like a little bit of girly things. I admit that I look better with makeup. But anyway, so what do you think of the song? I feel like I have more to talk. I feel like we should have more to talk about this episode, but not much really happens.
Yeah, not much really happens in Familiar, save for just the song and the rogue pebble.
Honestly, I really love Familiar. It's another one of my favorite collections. With Steven Universe, it's very hard picking a favorite episode and a favorite song because that constantly keeps changing. There's so many good episodes, so many good songs. Though for a while I've been saying my favorite episode is Mr. Greg.
Mr. Greg was another one of the good musical ones.
Oh yes, it was pretty much nothing but music. How much they were able to cram in 11 minutes just wows me. I can't really think of any flaws of the episode off the top of my head. Maybe if I overanalyze it, I could find some, but just by when I watched it, it was just utterly flawless. Bam. Oh, wait a minute. Actually, why weren't Garnet and Amethyst there? They were just gone. But anyway, wrong Steven bomb. I thought the song was pretty good. I've been listening to it constantly on loop. Just like with any really good Steven Universe song, I want the lyrics numbed into my head. So the thing that I don't really like about the song is actually the pebbles. They bring up good harmonies, but I don't really think they're the best singers. To be fair though, Steven isn't the best singer either. He's good, but not the best voice. Not the best singer in the show, but he has some good songs. Steven has been really getting some really great songs as of late. Let's Think About Love is another good one. Kudos for the Crooniverse. He went from having just a few good ones and a few mostly decent ones to just flat out listen to on loop good. And then the episode just ends with foreshadowing of the episode, I guess. So, any other thoughts, Johnny, of Familiar?
Nope.
Okay, next one is Together Alone. The episode where they actually
Connie drove the plot.
Yeah, they kind of furthered the plot, not completely. But
all right, Connie.
it's
Connie furthered the conflict.
But anyway, it's pretty much Steven getting ready for the ball, and stuff happens. So far, this is probably my favorite episode of the bomb. It definitely has some pretty cool character interactions. I really like the one thing I kind of noticed is how like there's this entire song about how it's familiar, but like in actual seriousness, Stevens really hadn't experienced anything like this,
Mm-hmm.
which I found to be really interesting. How like he kind of was getting his hopes up, he thinks he knows what's gonna happen, but no, this is actually much more complicated and outright miserable.
Mm-hmm. Bombshell. Steven doesn't know what's going on.
The one thing I definitely really enjoy about this episode is how we get to know a little bit more about Pearl and like the pearls,
Mm-hmm.
you know, Yellow Diamond still teen girl, pop. If Steven Universe was a high school drama, she'd probably be the popular girl. I'm just calling it.
More likely than not, and Blue Diamond would more likely than not be the bookworm of sorts in that trio.
I can see Peridot being a bookworm too. Or maybe like Steven would definitely be weeb trash.
Actually, no. Peridot, I could see actually being the.
Yeah.
Peridot would
Oh
be.
yeah.
The
Peridot would be
Nintendo
weeb
DS.
trash. Yeah. Campaigning hearts. But like I kind of like how like Pearl's like the blue Pearl's like the artistic like the private art like the quiet artistic type, which I relate to a lot. And like Yellow Diamond is definitely that one girl who's just, can you draw me? Can you draw me? Can you draw me from this angle? That angle? Can you draw my butt?
Probably not a so kosher joke, but here we go. Not so politically kosher joke. Draw me like one of your French gems.
Paint me like one of your amethysts.
Even better.
When you don't have the rights to that phrase, or don't want obvious pop culture references. Like, you could put in a cameo of Estelle and Sailor Moon, but no. You can't say paint me like one of your French girls. That's pushing it.
Okay.
Like,
Politically unkosher. I apologize for me being that.
hey, it's okay. I don't really censor much outside of curse words. But anyway, the ball is definitely very interesting, and like how like how they introduced the diamonds, and how like these weird like gear gems that just randomly they just comment. They were just like, wow, pink diamond, you're so elegant, you're so majestic. Which makes me wonder, are they as corrupted as White Pearl? Or were they just raised that way? Were they just since the gems have like certain roles, do they have like gems that just dance and complement the diamonds?
I think to piggyback off of you, pretty much I think it is just ingrained in them that we mustn't break the rules, otherwise we will get shattered. Put on trial, shattered. Exiled like the crystal gems. We don't want that.
Okay, we're like almost at the end of season 5, right? Yep. And we know that there's something bigger, like something more threatening than shattering. We still don't know what that is yet. We still don't know what like ups the ante from shattering.
Very true.
I don't know. Is a shattered fusing like
I
the
think...
worst? Or or maybe corruption and then shattering? Those are really the only things I can think of.
I think basically the thing might be is your gem gets shattered, and then to preserve the life and further ease and further the torment, pretty much your body or the gemstone is then filled with sand or something and then made for architecture.
Oh, heck. That, oh wow, that was
That's
another
my
thing
problem.
I've always wondered about Steven Universe, like, how do they react to jewelry stores? We should just have an entire, I know people are sick of, like, filler episodes, but I'm just like, okay, I want this one exception, where they just talk about, or they just enter a jewelry store, and react to it. Just react. Or heck, just maybe make it a short if you can't really do much with the 11 minute. If it has nothing to do with the plot, I don't know, make it a short.
In all honesty, it's the same conundrum of Regice going into an icy cavern. He is an icicle who is sentient, and he is going into a cave made of himself. What will he think?
Yes. And, well, the one thing I also found interesting is, like, Garnet's reaction to, like, Blue Diamond's, like, handling of, like, the fusing.
Oh, yeah.
Which, honestly, I'm definitely on Garnet's side on this one. You know, like, honestly, if I was in that situation, I'd want to hit her too.
Yeah.
Like, but honestly, we haven't really like seen Garnet like that like infuriated off of like out of something like that. And well, there's there's now we're falling apart, but I guess since season 2 we haven't really had much Garnet showing vulnerability.
Very true.
And also reunited, but
in all honesty, the only time Garnet gets peeved or sad or anything is when, things go south, pretty much.
But yeah, Garnet's a really tough cookie. We all want to be like Garnet. I want to be like Garnet. I want to be made of love. So, the scene, like, apparently, this one scene has been causing a lot of controversy in the fan base. Of, like, the diamonds aren't allowed to dance, but, like, Connie's like, come on, Steven, let's dance. And, like, apparently that caused a lot of controversy due to, like, shit going downhill. What do you think on the matter?
In all honesty, I think, on that particular matter, Steven dancing with the rest of the gems, I think it brings about possibly one of the reasons why Era 3 would be special compared to Era 2 or Era 1. Era 3, the era of change, as I've messaged you back and forth before. Like,
That could be interesting.
basically Era 3, the exception of cross-gem fusion. Era 3, the era where the diamonds are just as important as other gems.
I would love that, honestly. Like, the outcome's pretty predictable. We know eventually, the diamonds will be more accepting. I'm definitely curious on the how, though. I am very looking forward to, like, the Era 3, definitely. I'm personally, yeah, what Connie did, I agree it was wrong, but, like, I don't really, like, some people are like, oh, Connie should know better. She should know, how strict the diamonds are. She should know, now is not the best time. But, like, honestly, I kind of understand why she'd think that mindset. Like, half of their dilemmas, were, pretty much, just introduce them to something new. Show them compassion. Show them, try to heal them. Try to introduce them to their mindset. But with the diamonds, it's a lot more complicated. So
True.
I can definitely, it wasn't the best thing. It definitely wasn't the best decision. But like, she had good intentions. Also, all the gems are poofed.
Yep.
They're poofed. Honestly, this is a little sadistic, but when seeing the gems like shattered, like poof like this, not shattered, they're not dead. Thank goodness. People would be like, oh God, but I'm just here like. New theme song. We're getting a new theme song, folks. This happened every time the characters changed their appearances. We're getting a new opening. It is way overdue, though, Amethyst had, like, her 2.0 design. Connie had glasses. And her older hair, heck, no Lapis and Peridot. They're not there. And, a lot has changed, and like, so
a lot can change in the season.
And I'm sure you've seen the roundtable vid was like the opening. As a matter of fact, I think you showed it to me. So, do you think they're gonna like remaster the opening and maybe change some of the lyrics if they wanna? Consider Lapis Peridot and Bismuth Crystal Gems? Or, do you think they're gonna completely redo the opening? Like, change the lyrics, change everything?
I see it possible them changing everything.
Oh.
New theme song, new everything for everybody, and well, pretty much everything that had happened up to this point. And then,
Honestly,
possibly, if the show continues on for a couple of years, they're just gonna say, "Yeah, let's keep this theme song," even though 5 seasons
Steven Universe. What if Era 3 was like a reboot or something? Like another one of that theory is like how Steven would grow up.
Very true.
And like and since Steven was like so incredibly marketable as a design, I honestly don't know how they'd be able to do it like without completely rebooting it. Well, not rebooting it, just continuing it as a new show.
True.
If they were gonna change it, therefore they can separate okay, this is Steven Universe and this is Steven Universe Crystal, I guess. Steven Universe Crystal. Steven Crystal.
Steven Homeworld. Steven Universe Homeworld.
Sure. And like, but though, I can easily see them like doing a new opening, even though like, have you noticed how like in the credits, we thought that it was gonna be a new like credit theme, but it ends up being Love Like You.
Yeah, unfortunately, I haven't seen much
reprise.
of the credits.
Like, honestly, I just watched the compilation of them. It's very interesting. Like all this build up, just do 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 do, and just corrupted gem noises, I think, and then it's Love Like You again. So a part of me thinks they might just like maybe change some of the lyrics of the new opening if they want to include the more gems, but or maybe just remix it like they did with season 2. But it would be pretty cool having a new opening though. That'd be pretty neat. And I guess anyway the episode just ends yep, the gems getting poofed and Stevani
in prison. Stevani getting locked in prison.
Honestly, stuff like that is really the reason why I've always hated the Steven perspective. Like, because it'd be fine if like the characters were like weren't as important. They were Steven's like the most interesting, but like I think the hardest part is they gave them 2 like good scenarios. Like really important. Like what happened with the Famethyst in like the zoo arc? How did they do? What happened to Pearl and Garnet? And this is kind of a good segue to escapism. Shows a little title card of escapism in the Cruniverse font in the Sony Vegas. But like with with escapism, rewatching it, okay, anyway, I'll get to that in a second, but with this one, even though we have to focus on Steven and Connie, since everything's Steven's perspective, I'm just here like, what are the diamonds gonna do to the gems? What is going on with them?
Yep.
Like what goes on inside the poofing process? We never really get to see what goes on inside a gem. Is it just blank? Are they just dead for a little bit? I know they think maybe it's like smoke. Maybe it's like this weird smoky area, it's never really shown or something. Oh, wait. Actually, never mind. I take that back. We did get single pale rose. Never mind. We did get to see inside a gem. Technically.
Wait, when?
Remember the reveal of like when Rose was Pink Diamond, that episode? And where Steven gets into Pearl's phone, Pearl's
the
head to get
episode.
Pearlception to get the phone. Yeah, so we did get to see inside a gem, so I contradict that. Like escapism.
Maybe inside the gem, they're just all trying to figure out, what all would work for my form? What would work for my gem? What wouldn't take up energy? So on and so forth.
But anyway, escapism with Watermelon Stevens. They just
waka.
Pretty much. Honestly, when I first watched that, when I first watched the episode, an introduction, I'm just like, oh no, it's just gonna be Steven and Connie just in the open, just in the blank space while this exciting gem stuff is going on. So, and honestly, I'll give it points for unpredictability. It definitely not what I expected at all. At first, I honestly didn't like the episode that much. I thought it was all this build up. We have to wait like a week for the episodes.
Yeah.
Not to mention all the hiatuses we have. This is like the first bomb in like 5 months or something. And I'm just like, seriously? You're like in it? Yep. Like I'm in the middle of an arc, and this is what you show us? Personally, I feel like these episodes should fill the hiatuses instead of like make the hiatuses longer. You know,
Hmm.
or, like you know, in season 4, a lot of these episodes could fill up the hiatus. You know, kind of give them more until they wait for the big thing.
True. In all
But
honesty,
instead,
it
they
kind of
kind of
reminds me of what had happened with Dragon Ball Super and Jiren, for those who are familiar. If
Rebecca
not,
Sugar and
spoilers
her
for
anime
Dragon Ball.
references.
Just me, the guy who references things.
Rebecca Sugar and his anime references.
But yeah, basically, in the events leading up to what had happened in Super, and particularly the Tournament of Power arc, um, pretty much in order to get the animation on point for the final battle, the episode itself was set back, I think, like 1 week or 2 weeks. I can't remember how many.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. But like, I don't know. In Steven Universe's case, you know, it's much longer than that. You know, like you know, at least that was only postponed for like weeks. You know, we get to watch like 8 months when they like prepared the entire episodes like for 3 years in advance. But but the, honestly, watching Escapism a second time, I actually like it a lot more. You know, at first I was kind of disappointed, but even though I still consider it the weakest out of the bomb, I thought it was pretty good. You know, it's a cute story about the watermelon Stevens and how Steven is a watermelon Steven, and they go on the boat, kisses a
Mm-hmm.
shark, and escapism song plays after a while of hype. So what did you think?
I think it's foreshadowing possibly the end, and possibly a greater conflict with Homeworld, to be quite honest with you on that one.
Are you kind of thinking like maybe like the watermelon Stevens like fight the diamonds?
Maybe
Like
fighting the
or
diamonds, maybe trying to
you
get
know
back.
during like we all know that another war's coming. You know,
Hmm.
or like it was Era 3, World War 3 people. What's happening? Like but you know you know like uh, how do I word this? You know, like you know, the war finally happens between Beach City and the Diamonds, wanting the planet to die and whatever, and yep,
Hmm.
you know, yep, maybe that's when all the gems just come together and like and same with Watermelon Steven, the Watermelon Stevens try to fight.
Hmm.
Yeah, yep, and I mean, one time like I know I've been trying to get you into Pie Guy rules, but like he did a weird theory years ago where like like how the finale would end. And it's like
Hmm.
Steven fuses with everyone, every town citizen ever. Literally every single person in Beach City gets fused with Steven.
Mega fusion.
Yes, the most fusion of all fusions.
Hmm. That actually sounds reminiscent of two characters from the Tournament of Power arc from DBZ Abridged, but or Dragon Ball Super, but I'm not going to spoil it any more than I have.
That makes two franchises my Discord fan base will not understand. If they probably listening to this, they're probably like,
Hmm? I could kind of see it with some. Not at all. Jack, though, that's a pretty good series. You need to watch it, and we must do reviews on it.
This is like an anime because Steven Universe already has a, it's very anime-esque. So I don't know if I can see it being an anime.
Oh,
Also, I guess, yeah. Yikes, we're not professional podcasters at all. We
in
keep
all honesty, I
rambling
haven't heard
about stupid
escapism
shit.
yet.
But like,
I'm keeping myself spoiler free on that point. However, I have seen the Watermelon Steven episode. I just didn't hear the song. I don't think.
yeah, we still need to watch stuff. But I need to watch Samurai Jack. You need to watch the first SpongeBob film. How could you not watch the first SpongeBob film? It is the end of the franchise. Like, it is the end of the saga of SpongeBob. The late Hillenburg said himself, it is the end of the story. Despite the show having no continuity, but still. So that means SpongeBob never got his
Yes
driver's
and no.
license. But
I've got to
anyway,
rewatch that episode again.
Also, what do you think of Escapism? The song, the song that's been overly hyped. But, oh, you haven't seen the Watermelon Steven episode? But
All right.
that was in the episode.
I guess I didn't fail gaming tonight.
I
failed commentary tonight.
Yeah, it's a song at the end of the episode, I guess I have to face that in this awful place. I never been a shed of doubt, something. Yeah, apparently that song was named Escapism. I'd rather be free, pulled against the grain. It sounding familiar?
Technically, I would call this talking about the episodes. Talking about,
Okay.
I guess, what the episodes...
Dang it, Johnny,
mean,
that is like
I
the
guess,
most
in that
important
sense.
part of the entire... That's the important part of the entire, bomb. That is the most important part. Screw the diamonds. Screw the whole pink diamond fiasco. No. Escapism, that song, is the most important part of the bomb.
I have no clue.
We're both failing
It just brushed
commentary,
past
though.
me. It's kind
To
of
be
like,
fair,
okay,
we thought we were going to talk
there's
about
a
the
song
episode. We just
at
ended
the
up
end of the
rambling
episode.
about
There's a
theories
song
and
inside the
nonsense.
episode.
Not really
I kinda
talking about the
don't get
episode.
it.
20% of the episode,
But I kind of do get it
80%
because
just
it's like,
random
here's the end of the
shit,
episode, people.
theories, whatever
Have
comes
fun
to mind.
have fun until the finale.
That makes sense, Yeah, actually, that makes a lot of sense. I don't really think many people really talked about it in that way. But, you at least seen, the part with, Bismuth, Greg, and, the... How do you remember what happens in the song, but not the song itself? Me neither. Yeah. But
And here he comes in the finale. Here's Greg with lasagna.
honestly, I really like the beginning of how Watermelon Steven gets to Beat City, with Lion just looking at him and licking his little face, and how he rides with his amputated limbs.
Evil
And like
and before then he
I love
flies
how Greg's,
past them,
like,
Evil
playing his
Knievel
guitar,
horn
like,
honking.
in the like, kind of like the sun setting. It was like a really well choreographed shot, I think. And it's really cool seeing Greg just in the moment. Anytime, like honestly, anytime we see Greg in the show is automatically just a great surprise.
That would be an amazing finale.
I love Greg. We need more Greg. Did imagine like in the special, like the special coming up, like Steven's holding the gems and like they're trying to escape the diamonds, and then out of nowhere Greg opens like some sort of door and is like, "Who wants to go on a road trip?" And he just brings his van, like what if the finale would just...
That sounds really bad when you put it like that.
"Let me drive my van into your heart," and running his van through White Diamond's gem. Or, I don't know, let Greg actually fuck a diamond off screen. In Reunited, Greg was pretty much just like, "Well, I fucked my way into this mess, and I'll fuck my way out." Like, thank you, Saber Spark, for that great meme. Just he like dubbed like Reunited footage, and like when Blue Diamond returned, he just said, "I fucked my way into this mess, and I'll fuck my way out." Like, wow. "Hey, Steven, I had sex with a rock." Snowball. Here's the story. You see, when Greg Murdercock and a rock love each other very much,
I do see the similarities now.
and then we had you. Automatically demonetized. But who am I kidding? I don't get paid for this. Buy stuff on my merch bubble. Red bubble. That's how I get paid. I'm not advertiser friendly enough. This channel's dead. But anyway, the ending was definitely very sweet regardless. Regardless of Greg murder cock jokes. Have you noticed how, like, Steven's art style was very Adventure Time-ish? Like, like, in the temple of, like, the Watermelon Stevens, when he was drawing the temple, the temple's face and, like, the arm, have you noticed how that's, like, kind of Adventure Time-ish? Like, the face, like, how it's, like, drawn? Yeah. As a matter of fact, Familiar kind of gave off a similar vibe, too. Especially with the brush combing Blue Diamond's hair. Like, I heard that Pendleton Ward actually worked on the episode, too. Which is also, very interesting, considering, Rebecca Sugar started off as Adventure Time with the creator as Pendleton Ward, and now Pendleton Ward, now that Adventure Time and Adventure Time.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
If he is working on it, probably worked on like Steven Universe. There's been a lot of weird directions I've noticed since like Adventure Time kind of ended. Like apparently there was actually an Adventure Time right around SpongeBob in like the second half of season 9.
3 episodes, kind of spoilery,
Honestly,
kind of
he
not.
was only there for one season.
All the
which
same.
is kind of sad.
There's
He
our
made some
thoughts
really
on it?
great episodes.
Good night, people.
Like he was just on one day and then he just left.
Oh.
Just
Yeah.
goodbye. Which is kind of a shame. He did great episodes. But like anyway,
Very true. Very true.
so that's pretty much the bomb, I guess. Unless, do you have any other thoughts, Johnny, or do you think? Okay, that's the bomb. What do you think of the bomb as a whole so far? Out of 3 episodes.
I think I've pretty much
Like,
in the conversation itself listed like
or,
what would possibly happen. But in all honesty, I think with the diamonds fighting themselves, they'll eventually stop and realize that the planet they're on is
actually,
dying and
like before we
seek
go, I was
refuge
wondering,
someplace else.
since like there's
My thought,
the last episode is gonna be like either I'm pretty sure it's only gonna be 30 minutes, despite them saying hour long. I'm pretty sure that's just gonna be commercials. But like we're probably gonna react to it, probably do you have any thoughts on like on the special,
Green diamonds,
the big grand finale? Any predictions?
emerald diamonds.
Wow. Nice. Honestly, I don't really have that many predictions either. The only thing I can really think of, from the footage we have, definitely something with the diamonds. Maybe one of my predictions is maybe they fuse, or maybe the diamonds fuse. Maybe they form, green diamond, or like I don't know, maybe light green diamond if white diamond's in the equation for some reason. Maybe.
And I'm really going off base with all these references here.
Steven and Connie are on their own. A lot of fan art predicted that quite a bit. Like, I remember this one piece of fan art was like Steven just a little bloody with his broken sword, and like Connie's like bloody hand was there, and like all the gems were shattered, and he was just standing there crying. It was a pretty emotional image.
Well, if they do,
which is in this case kind of happened, but not in the dark way we expected. Or unless something worse happens. How's Steven gonna nuke this one?
Maybe it might be next season.
Inside
maybe.
Discord jokes. I'm really quoting my Discord today. I don't know why. There's literally a little joke I've ever since I released Another Random Day episode 3, and it's just, how's Sam gonna nude this one? And I don't know what nude means or what, but for some reason that's like a thing. But anyway, no one's gonna watch this now. But anyway,
Yeah.
Anyway, outside of that, I have a feeling we're not gonna get the theme song for quite some time if we ever get one.
Maybe they have something more.
We are getting one. It's in the bingo.
And their time on Earth.
But probably, and Photoshop update. But anyway, it's not often that they they wouldn't do the theme song at the end. I don't really think they do that unless it's a finale of the series. But I can easily see the gems getting redesigned. One of my theories maybe the gems don't have stars.
Yep.
How Garnet has a star in her chest.
At the end of the finale,
star, Amethyst had the star.
The crystal gems reappear.
Maybe
and
since
all
they
of their
moved on
shirts,
from Rose Quartz,
they have one word.
Maybe they don't have
Steven.
stars. maybe. Yeah, like maybe they have like different symbols. Like maybe they don't have an alliance. Maybe they
The
don't
Crystal
go by the
Stevens.
crystal gems anymore. Maybe they're just people. Maybe they're just gems who just hang out. Being who they are, and they just fight for what's right. They don't need They don't need like any like alliance names. They could still be referred to as the crystal gems, but they are really fighting for what they think is right.
No, I'm just excited to see what Rebecca Sugar cooks up with this finale here.
We are the Stevens. We always save the day.
I'm not crying.
Steven and the Stevens. Steven and the Stevens were foreshadowing of the Crystal Gems' new names. They are now the Stevens. Yes, we're the Crystal Stevens. That's why the people of this world believe in Steven, and Steven, and Steven. I learned to stay true to myself by watching myself die.
The only one I quite honestly remember in particular, I'm not sure if your Discord will ever
do you have any,
watch this movie, because it is
like, other
technically anime, but also very Americanized. Pokemon. Pokemon, the first movie.
We're gonna cry, aren't we? We're gonna cry, aren't we? I'm a tough cookie, but there were the few points where I almost cried. Especially Line 3. Line 3 straight to video is like them. Like the part almost like the part of the episode where I like almost cried.
Hi, Sab's
like
Discord. I may or may not be
at the verge of
on
crying.
this video.
Outside of whenever there's like a gorgeous song. But like, I think the only movie I really bawled at or show in general is probably A Silent Voice.
In all honesty, I could say just look it up. Ask him what country he's from. Because in all honesty, I do remember this time where pretty much everything Game Boy from Nintendo way back in like the early thousands
my Discord
was banned from Korea.
Some people
so
are.
They never had Ruby, Sapphire, or Emerald. They
For
just
some reason, there's this one guy. If you're listening to this, you know who you are. I don't mean to like diss you, but like he.
Very true.
But like he says that anime is like banned in this country, which I don't know. Honestly, he could be trolling, could be not. I can't tell. I just kind of roll with it.
Yep. So bomb predictions are done. See you later, people. Mm-hmm.
Well, to be fair, I guess
if not maybe uploaded as
Winnie
like
the
a
Pooh
reaction
can be
video
banned in China. Anything's
at best,
possible.
and if not, expect us to be back here.
Like I guess like any. So you don't really have that many thoughts on like the bomb or like predictions or anything right now.
Except this isn't technically a commentary, though.
I guess same here, but we're hoping when we can maybe next week, maybe not do like maybe a reaction to like the special, the Steven bomb, not Steven bomb, the finale of the arc. And just share our thoughts on that. Pod commentary is back, people. Hopefully. Or-
In all honesty, I just have a few playlists of some things.
Yeah, we're
Other
following
than
a
that,
trend. Everyone's doing podcasts nowadays. Cartoon reviews are dead, I guess. Everyone
Let's
does
Fail Gaming.
commentaries. Nah, JK.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, it's It's a podcast. We just call it pod commentary because it was made up on the spot.
And here I am at
Origami and
only
Martian
3.
commentary.
Hi, 3
I love
people.
how our first pod commentary was just something we worked on.
Maybe.
Like, okay, I guess, subscribe, subscribe, buy my merch, for my best animated work, go to SabNino.com, eat some mochi, watch cartoons, and drink some boba. Hasta la vista.
See ya.